Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning into today's video / reading. My name is Andrea and today's reading will resonate with those of you that are finding it challenging to manifest the kind of love that you desire. Whether you're single, partnered, in a situationship, or even trying to reconnect with someone from your past, all you know is that the direction your love life is currently going in doesn't feel right, and it doesn't align with the direction you want it to go in. Try as you might when you think about manifesting the kind of love that you want. So if this does sound like you, stick around because the reading will be focusing on the energetic blocks that could be preventing you, and I'll be pulling some guidance to help you through that space. As mentioned, my name is Andrea and I help people transform feelings of hopelessness, helplessness and fear, and instead replace them with feelings of hopefulness, opportunity and freedom through a variety of different perspectives and healing modalities. And before we jump into the reading today, I wanted to offer a perspective that you might find helpful on your journey to manifesting the kind of love that you desire. By all means, feel free to skip straight to the reading if you're not interested in the dialogue. And for those of you that have decided to stay on, thank you. And you know what? I'm super aware that there is just so much content out there when it comes to manifesting the kind of love that you want. Whether it be on YouTube, podcasts, reading material, I know there's heaps out there. But what I also know is that not everybody speaks the same type of language. And what triggers a positive shift or the penny to drop or an aha moment in one doesn't necessarily do it for another. And so today I just wanted to bring you another perspective. I'm another person with another perspective, and I hope that this could be a perspective that could help that positive shift in your life, that could make that penny drop and you can have that aha moment. So, manifesting the kind of love that you desire. When you think about it, you imagine it, it feels like it's beyond your reach, right? Because if it was in your reach, you could grab it, you could experience it. So it's somewhere over there. It's somewhere in the ether where we can't see it. We imagine it to feel a particular way, but we haven't really experienced it, okay? So we're over here and it's over there. So we're in point A and it's in point B. And so there is all this space between where we're at and where we want to be. And let's just say that this space is filled with a block. And we call it a block because if it wasn't a block, or, it wasn't obstructing you, then you would be able to attain it. You would be experiencing the end result, right? And you know what? I'm going to assign a visual to it. I'm going to call this box the block that's preventing you from getting from where you are to the kind of love that you desire over here. Okay, and guys, feel free to assign your own visual to this block after the reading, or you can press pause now if you wanted to. And when you think about the block, just assign, maybe it's a circle, or it's a ball of fire, or a ball of lead, or I don't know, a brick. Whatever you want to assign, image you want to assign to it, you'll find it very helpful. And let's assign a feeling, because I find that when we can assign a feeling to the visual, it really helps our, headspace and our emotional space make a better connection. And I'm going to assign the feeling of desire to this block. Okay, so I'm over here. Desire is what is blocking me from manifesting the kind of love that I desire. Has anyone ever considered that that could be the case? I mean, we often hear, that desire puts us in a lacking mindset. We don't have it. We want it, we want it, we want it. The more we want it, the more we put ourselves in the vibration of wanting, and the vibration of wanting is very different to the vibration of having. So if we could remove that desire and that want, we would just have, we would be experiencing. But you know what? Let me just remove this block now. And what I have is a space. It's an open space. And I don't know, but if I'm in an open space, let's say, when it comes to love, and stay with me on this one, I would potentially be feeling vulnerable, exposed. Could it be that desire is the block? What is perceived, to be a block is actually the shield that puts us in a state of wanting what we can't have. And that there is fear associated with removing the desire so we can bridge that gap. And now that we're open and that we're vulnerable, what have we got left? Yes, we can exist, we can be, we can experience. We don't have that block of wanting anymore, but we still may have the fear. So removing desire could be part of, it could be part of the result that we're wanting to get to, right? Part of that process, Another part is becoming comfortable in a space of discomfort when we're open and feeling vulnerable, and dealing with the fear and working through that space now that we've removed the block. Just thought it would be something that you guys might find helpful. And if anyone out there is finding it challenging to work through that space, work through the emotions, that space literally, to being able to embrace the love that's already here. You no longer desire it because we've removed the desire. The love is here. But all we need to do is work through that space so that we can put ourselves into the frequency that we want when it comes to our love life. Please do reach out. I would love to do a reading for you, and I would love to help you out in any way I can. And that was all. Comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Just another perspective. And let's jump into your reading. All right, my beauties. Let's get you manifesting the kind of love that you desire. And I know we spoke about desire potentially being the thing stopping you from manifesting the love you desire. But let's have a look and see what else is there that you would need to surrender so that you can start setting the intentions and clearing the way for the love that you want to come through. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 2 cards, and you can choose and pick a card. Okay? All right. Okay. Let's see. Who am I connecting with today? How can I be of service to you today? Who needs to hear this message? All right, guys, let's have a look and see. So 2 separate cards, and I'll give you a moment to pause and pick the side that you most resonate with. We have card 1, and we have card 2, coming right up. And we have, I'm not, turn that around quickly. We have card 2. So, Card 1, let's flip them over. Surrender to your intuition. Ooh, I like it. And card 2 is surrender to prayer. Funnily enough, both of them are to do with our higher frequencies and trusting in the universe and surrendering control. That's the overall feeling that I'm getting from this. It's about giving, letting go of the resistance and surrendering to the flow and allowing things to, you know how we say unfold naturally? Well, in this circumstance or in this scenario, what I'm getting for you guys is to just go with what you feel the less resistance by, where you don't have to apply yourself as much, where conversation flows naturally, where your desires and your wants come to the surface with very little effort of you needing to apply yourself in ways that feel unnatural to you when it comes to your love life. It's about really engaging in conversation that, you know, just the words just seem to come out so naturally. Conversation is organic. It almost inspires retrospection. It inspires reflection. It inspires you to ponder and look deeper in a way that you really want to pursue. So that's the overall feeling that I'm getting for those of you that I'm connecting with. But those of you that have chosen surrender to your intuition, tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. And again, I mentioned this in the little dialogue at the beginning of this reading, that not everybody is triggered or not everybody has the aha moments or speaks the same language that another person does. So what might seem plain English, so to speak, for one person doesn't quite seem the same way. We perceive it differently, we process it differently. And so if you are finding that someone's not getting you, or someone's not really it's not hitting the nail on the head in a way that intuitively you feel isn't right, or how it should be aligning with you, change your focus, follow that gut feeling, and engage in conversation with others that do. So if you are in the process of dating and you're looking to find the one, this is a really good approach. You've got your dating pool, and you know they all bring something different and something you can learn from, or something that you're attracted to the table. But you'll probably find that you can further cultivate conversation more naturally with one than with the other. So making that choice of going in that direction will further attract people in that same frequency and on that same flow. Okay, so for those of you that are in the with someone and you're really trying to take it to the next level and potentially, you know, come out of a period of stagnancy or where it's plateaued, and you want to, I guess, that next level of commitment, follow your gut feelings. Your intuition is trying to tell you something. I'm sensing that something's not sitting right with you, and in order for you to really remove this block, remember the block that we were visualizing, in order for us to really remove this block and take desire out of the equation, in the sense of making desire the priority, I desire it to take this direction. Approach the conversation that makes you feel uncomfortable, so that that desire for a deeper understanding is kind of, you know, you're satisfying it. Open up to conversation, even if it causes discomfort. Open up to dialogue and be vulnerable about how you're feeling, because ultimately, you know, it will get you where you need to get to when it comes to manifesting the kind of love that you desire. It will fast pace this process for you, right? So ultimately, I guess we often feel, or we often don't engage in these difficult conversations if you feel that they are difficult, if you're afraid that it might push them away. We don't engage in them because we don't think that we'll be okay, and we really desire to keep this going. But really what we're doing is we're prolonging something that is going to unfold anyway, because we can't live in an inauthentic state for too long without it causing detrimental effects to our own happiness, right? Eventually it'll come to some kind of a head. So having those difficult conversations, even if you feel uncomfortable, being courageous and doing that, and knowing that all you're simply doing is you're fast-pacing this process to see whether or not you are going to manifest the love that you desire with this person. It also, and if it's done in a very, I guess, in a very diplomatic way as well, you also uphold your value and your morals, and you end up feeling your self-worth and confidence just continue to grow. So that's the message I'm getting for that one. Surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. Now, when it comes to energy and vibration, and when we talk about prayer, let's just say we're talking about meditating to the divine, to source, whatever you resonate with, to God, if that's something that you believe in, whatever entity it is. But when you put yourself in this state of surrendering to prayer, as long as we're coming from a space of abundance and not a space of scarcity and desire because of the lack of, then we're able to manifest the kind of love that we want. You see, if we really, really, truly want something because we believe it's going to bring so much happiness in our life, it means that we're lacking that happiness right now. And we're praying and praying in hope that something will come our way that can fill that kind of a void. And the thing is that the vibration, or that frequency of scarcity and lack and prayer in that state is different to the vibration of prayer from the aspect of, I have so much love to give. The person that I'm manifesting makes me feel warm and fuzzy. It makes me feel joyous. It makes me laugh. My time with them feels exciting, and you really revel in those feelings, okay? And when you're praying and you're trying to manifest and you're surrendering to the universe, and you say, these are the qualities that I hold within myself, and I seek to, share with someone else of equal vigor and vitality, then the universe puts you're in a different frequency, and you'll call in that type of love into your life, and not the type that is of scarcity. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So whether the answers be in the form of manifesting the kind of love that you desire in one way or another, we want to make sure that we continue to stay in that frequency so we can maintain it, and it doesn't feel like it's constantly slipping through our fingers. And that's why, this sentence here, when you pray from your heart, it's so important. Knowing what your heart really wants and what your heart has to offer is integral in, it's a core aspect of who you are, that no matter what comes into your life or doesn't come into your life, you have that within your capacity. So they're the two messages that I'm getting. Now let's pull out some tarot and let's break this down. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for the support, the beautiful messages, and the positive energy you bring to Soul Embers. I'm so very grateful to be of service to you. All right. That one is the one. You know, guys, what I'm getting here is, so I'm going to start with this side here, and then I'm going to move over to surrender to prayer. So if you've chosen surrender to prayer, you can just forward to that section if you like. So what I'm getting here is, there is this level of commitment, and there are certain standards that you want to uphold and you want reflected in your partnership and your relationship. And for those of you that are, you know, currently in a relationship and it has plateaued, you want that next level. You know, you want to nurture and cultivate an environment that continues to grow, that continues to give, that continues to expand. Have children for those of you that are interested in having children. But for those of you that are not, you are at that point where it's just got to shift. You know, there needs to be some passion, some inspiration, some goals and some planning for where this is going in the future. There is almost this day-to-day, repetitive and apathetic approach to the relationship. It's like clockwork. You clock in and you clock out, and you kiss them goodbye and they kiss you hello. Or there may be some of you that are in are dating a person for some time, and you really want this next level of commitment, and there may have been conversations surrounding this, and you're waiting for them to see how much value you can bring, to see that you are abundant, that you have unconditional love to offer, that you're ready to make the commitment as it's needed, and be loyal to this partnership. You have the staying power. You're waiting for them to see that, you know, you are able to take what you have right now and nurture it in a way with them that it continues to grow. You are ready to settle down and create a legacy with this person. And this person seems to be coming in very slowly. They seem to be coming in very tentatively. There is no rush. They're working at a completely different pace to what you're working. You know, they're happy to continue dating, and you want to start living your dream, and they seem to be almost going backwards. You know, they're moving so slowly. So when it comes to manifesting, you know, taking it to the next level with this person, creating that magnetism and that desire within them, or, you know, or that almost like a panic within them that they're going to lose you if they don't pick up the pace. It's almost like you've really got to surrender to what the divine is trying to communicate with you and jump on that. The minute your gut is trying to tell you something, surrender to it. Take a moment to really breathe space into the place where you're intuitively, you know, getting that gut feeling. Breathe, take a moment, breathe space into your gut if that's where you feel it, and silence that head chatter and the thoughts, and allow that feeling to really unfold within you and guide you. And then once you've let that really speak to you loudly, follow in a direction that feels natural intuitively. And right there and then, don't miss that opportunity. Tune into that frequency. The divine is actually trying to guide you to the answers that you need to hear. okay, when it comes to this person. And again, like I said, this may have to do with difficult conversations that you may not be ready for, but they will make things so much clearer for you if you feel that you are tired of waiting for them to make up their mind to, to have the conversation, to take it to the next level, to be consistent with their growth in the relationship or within themselves even. If this is where you stand and you're tired of that, tune into that intuition and see where it's trying to take you, because at this present time you're basically surrendering your future to this person based on an I don't know or a maybe. So choose your path, and by choosing that path and taking all that energy and that focus back to yourself and dropping it back into your body, you automatically change your polarity. And you focus on what really matters to you. Weigh it up. When it comes to commitment, when it comes to where that kind of love that you really desire and you're trying to manifest, and compare it to what you're living right now. Is it what you're living? Because if it isn't what you're living, make that list. And if it isn't what you're living, then how can you engage in a way and communicate in a way that can, really uncover where this is supposed to go? Now, if you're having trouble in having those impactful conversations, exercising conversation control, exercising conversation control, I would say, and having impactful conversations respectfully that uphold your value, and you find that difficult and you'd like to reach out, feel free to reach out. I'd be more than happy to do a session with you on that. So this person seems to be moving quite slowly. They don't seem to have this urgency. I'm sensing that you're giving them all the benefits of this happily ever after, and they haven't even qualified for that. So it's time to pull back those reins, really pull back those reins and match their effort. They may be telling you that they have every intention, but it is only that until they take the intention and turn it into an action, and it's done consistently. Now, this person plans to be consistent. They plan to be loyal. They plan to stick by their word, which is one of the reasons why they may also be taking it so slowly, because once they commit, then that's it. They don't turn back. That's a type of energy that I'm getting. All right, let me have a look and see. And those of you that are trying to manifest the love that you desire, and you're only dating people, and the one for you doesn't seem to be coming your way, I would definitely have to say that think about what I was saying before, surrendering to your intuition and the natural flow of what feels right, engaging in conversation that comes naturally, that you don't feel you need to exert as much energy. It's just easy, okay? And even if it doesn't turn into a lover or someone that you date, it still helps you understand and exercise and explore what it feels like to communicate with those where things are just easy, that they do exist, that love, relationships, friendships don't need to come in such a hard way. So I would say that's a really good start for you. Now let's have a look and see. If the block is that you're not surrendering to your intuition, I would say that it's based on the fear, right? Fear of what you could potentially hear or uncover that makes you feel that you're at a lack. And why is that? I'll tell you why it is. Because quite simply, you gave your heart wholeheartedly open and you came from a place of complete and unconditional love, maybe with this person or maybe in the past, you understood that, you know, you were empathetic, you were supportive, you were patient, you offered opportunity and space for this person or the one from the past to really explore what they wanted to do. And in the end, you uncovered so many, in the end, basically, to put it short, you felt that it wasn't reciprocated, that they didn't have the intentions that they may have promised. They lied. And I feel that it happened more than once. I feel that you went through a situation with a person that was very clever with their use of their words. They were very charming. And they gave you just enough to keep you sticking around, but they never really had the intention to take it to the next level. Yet they were happy to take all this support. They were happy to take all the benefits that came in this relationship from you being by their side. And you were living based on a promise of a better tomorrow, based on, you know, the potential. You know, guys, I feel that that is one of the major blocks here. And you desire that love to be reciprocated. You know, you feel like, you know, that you were shortchanged. You gave, but you're yet to receive, whether it be from that same person or whether it be from someone new and someone different. You believe you're entitled to get that back. And by all means, yes, we want to get what we give to a degree. That's the whole point of equality and equal give and take and the cause and effect type of thing. But you feel that you know, what you gave, basically you that effect in return was far less than what you invested. And so moving forward with this person or with a new person or whatever your situation is, I really do feel that, you know what? You've learnt the lesson subconsciously. This is what you say, and this is what I'm getting. This is what you say, but subconsciously, there's a different story. You may be saying that that situation taught you to only give what you get, to not invest yourself in a way when it's not being reciprocated, to not continue to give hoping that they will be able to see the beauty in you and reciprocate equally. But really what's happening here and what you're not seeing is you have decided that, yes, I don't want to trust again because I don't want to get hurt. So I'm not going to let those boundaries down. But you're finding yourself in a contradiction because it feels like you may be on the verge of repeating the same cycles, and Spirit is trying to redirect you. This person means a lot to you. You see a future with them. And so you're starting to really pursue. And you're starting to wait again. Please let me know if this is resonating. So in order for you to overcome this block and to make the decisions that put you in the vibration of manifesting the kind of love that you desire, we must first surrender and trust the intuition and surrender to higher powers, to then start to trust yourself, to go through that journey of surrendering. Trust yourself so that you know that you won't repeat those past patterns. I hope that makes sense. All right, guys, I'm going to move on to surrender to prayer now. So for those of you that selected surrendered to your intuition, thank you so very much. Please do comment below. I love reading your comments. I do read all of them, and you know, they really do help me keep connected with you guys, and I channel energy based on those comments in my future readings. Have a great week. Bye. All right. So moving on to pile 2, surrender to prayer. Those of you that selected surrender to prayer, let's have a look and see. Give me a sec. This looks upside down to me. I don't do upside down. Sorry, give me a sec, guys. All right. We've got it. So surrender to prayer. What vibration are you in when you're praying? Are you in the vibration of desire? The vibration of I don't have and I lack? And to really manifest the kind of love that you desire with someone new or with this existing situationship or partnership, we need to put you in the vibration of gratitude. We need to put you in the vibration of, you know, pure, unconditional love from within for the life that you have and for those qualities that you hold within yourself that make you uniquely you. Okay? As you, because I was just drawn to the last sentence, the answers and support will arrive. As you start to think about what it feels like when you've manifested the love that you desire, more of that feeling will come. And it may not come in the form of that particular person to start off with, whether you know them or whether you don't. It'll come in the form of community, networking, collaboration. It'll come from every angle at you. And you take that, and in that moment, whatever you feel in that moment of gratitude for that service that others will do for you, as the universe wants to give back to you, really pay attention to that feeling. And let's say at nighttime when you go to bed, and maybe that's when you pray, or in the morning when you pray, call on that situation. All those little situations, all those little events where people did something for you, or you did something for someone else that really made you feel loved, it made you feel acknowledged, it made you feel seen, and it made your heart really expand, it made your heart space really expand. And as you call on those moments, you're immediately putting yourself in that frequency. And you just pray and you say, you know, bring me more of that feeling. Manifest more of that love, but for the one, for my person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. This is how I want to feel. This is what I want to give. All right, let's pull out some cards. And there they are. Okay. Is there a really bad reflection there? It's starting to get dark and I might need to turn the light on. Guys, give me 1 sec. I'm going to turn the light on. Sorry. I'm coming back. All right, that might be a little bit better. We'll just wait for it to adjust. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So there is definitely this lack mentality here. I can see it, this lack mindset. And you know what, guys? I've freaking been there. You know, no judgment here. I have been there where I have invested, many years ago, I invested so much of myself, and I was so naive, or not even naive. It was such a pure place I was giving from, and it felt so good to give that all I wanted to do was continue to give. But in the end, I wasn't getting any of that in return. It was not being reciprocated, and I became I started to really desire, to really want that reciprocated, and the nurturing and the acknowledgement. And I did not get that. So I get this, right? And coming out of that situation, I felt that, you know what? I did everything that I could possibly do and treated this person with the utmost respect, and yet still, no matter how much goodness I come with, I still end up leaving feeling so unbelievably disappointed, feeling that no matter how much I tried to give and give and give, I would empty myself, and they weren't able to take that and use that in a way that really rejuvenated and replenished them, and then they were able to reciprocate to me. I get it. That's exactly this is the feeling that I'm connecting with, and that is the scenario that I can relate to from my life that I share with you. And so you may have lost that hope and not really believe in this whole law of attraction, in manifesting the kind of love that you desire. And so you've just completely given up on it, willingly given up, whatever. You know what? And there is this boundary, and there's this block, and you have, you've closed off that heart space because you never want to experience that again. And even though there is so much love within that beautiful heart of yours, even though there's so much love, unconditional, abundant, healing, yes, even though there is so much of it available for you, you associate very, very dark and very hurtful emotions when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to trust, and when it comes to getting your hopes up too high. Why would I get my hopes up too high? Because at least if I don't have such high expectations, then the disappointment won't be as bad. And so you're blocking all this love that's trying to flood in, and it's been blocked by the fear that you are not able to manifest the kind of love that you desire. And if this has got to do with a specific person, you've basically surrendered to the fact that I really want this person in my life, and I'm going to let go of all this stuff that are really important to me. And I'm not talking about the little things that we really shouldn't, sweat the small stuff anyway. We're talking about things that are based on your core values and your core morals that really do matter. Those dreams that and those goals and the part of your purpose that you have went in with and are now starting to compromise. And in essence, you're settling an aspect of you that is very important, not an aspect of you that, it doesn't really matter, right? And Spirit wants you to know, the message that I'm getting for you, Spirit wants you to know, whoever this is connecting with today, the message I have for you is, don't you dare lose hope. Don't you lose faith. Because this love that you're trying to manifest, it exists. It really does exist. And changing your perception and starting to really come from a place of love that does already exist in you, that you've shut off, allowing yourself to take some time and really do some meditation or listen to frequency music for the heart space is going to help you unpack that again. And if you don't trust this particular person, or if you don't believe this particular person will ever reciprocate, then you won't be able to manifest the kind of love that you want. But they want you to keep the faith and the hope going, because it is out there. And surrendering what's most important to you is not going to help you reach that. Those negative associations, those fears, the fear of being codependent and losing yourself in a relationship. The letter M, I'm seeing the letter M, guys, just letting you know, whoever that might resonate with. Very, very, very clearly, the letter M. In fact, I lost track of what I was saying. Yeah. Sorry, completely lost track of what I was saying. The letter M just flashed in my line of vision, and that was it. So yeah, these negative associations that you have with love, and that vibration that you're currently at is definitely not going to get you there. So you might be asking yourself, how do I bridge this gap? How do I start to redirect my energy and start unpacking that heart space? Well, you put it in a different direction. Instead of pointing it towards a love interest, point it towards the community, point it towards the family and the friends. Create opportunities that really bring joy up in your life through hobby, that type of thing, and start the process of allowing flow back in. It's a very healing process. Slowly, as you start to let those boundaries down, what will happen is this love that's trying to come in is going to start to heal you. You will start to move into a different frequency, and the person that you want this from is going to sense that energetically. You're going to start attracting them in triggering them in different ways. They're going to be approaching you in different ways. They may even sense that they're starting to lose you, look out, and that you're starting to look beyond them for attention, because there are opportunities out there for you within the network, within the community, within your tribe, and that you're not solely relying on them to fill you and to bring you that happiness. Alright guys, I hope you found that helpful. Please do comment below if this resonates. If there is something here that's really triggered you and you're finding it difficult to come up with the practices or the strategies to really unpack this, to work on working on cultivating those feelings of love, gratitude, all that kind of stuff, feel free to reach out. I would love to do a session with you. Other than that, I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you for your next lot of readings. Bye.